putting this video out because I want to realign my relationship with these games. Why put a video out at all? I think it's important to speak out loud, use your words, and communicate. Because you need to get out of your own head, and when you speak what's in you, then that leaves it's just rattling around in your head, and it needs to escape. And so I need to escape. I need to escape this prison I've kind of put myself in. So for those that are familiar with my work, the 5 people out there, I am the developer of Stellar Fury, and it's been in development for a number of years. And for a long time, that has been my relationship to the genre. But it wasn't always that way. So back in around 2017, 2018 timeframe, I started to gravitate towards shmups. Because I was getting fairly disenfranchised with what was being put out. And shmups just felt pure to me. Maybe it was just nostalgia at the time, but it felt like it didn't lie to me about what it was. And at that point, I did hear about this concept of, hey, people play these, and they do like a 1 credit clear. And it's just sit down and play the game until you beat it. And that just felt just simple and straightforward. So at the time, I reached for classics that I was familiar with, like Gradius and R-Type. And I actually had like SNES cartridges, and that's what I would play on. Not necessarily the best way to play these games, but that's what I had. I'd sit down and try to clear them. I didn't clear them. And then from there, I gravitated towards some more indie titles. I played Steriden, Binary Stars, and Zero Ranger. But at the same time of this, I had this kind of desire to develop games. Something that I did try in my early to mid 20s, that it didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. That I felt like I wanted to give another shot. I felt like if I didn't do that, it would be something I would regret not doing. And so there's a lot of reasons why I chose to develop a shmup. I won't necessarily get into that. That's kind of another story. What I really want to talk about is what kind of developing a shmup has done to me as a person, and kind of where I'm at mentally with this. So I have noticed a pattern of behavior in myself, and this goes beyond shmups, is I don't beat them. I will get to like the final boss or the final level or the final something, and I'll just put it down. I might not even take a stab at the final whatever it is, and I'll just move on. I've started to call it, is this like final boss anxiety? Do I have final boss anxiety? And then I start to realize that there's other areas in my life that I have final boss anxiety. Not just gaming stuff, just like anything, where I just don't, like, I'll get so close and then drop the ball or give up or something like that. Not always, but it's a pattern. And I realized I'm doing this with Stellar Fury. And by the way, the shmups that I have played, I have a similar experience with. Well, I'll get to like level 4, or I'll maybe bust down the door of level 5, and then that's it. I won't finish it. And so I've been doing the same with Stellar Fury, where like literally where I get to in most shmups is where the development is in Stellar Fury, and that I feel stuck. The game is feature complete, so to speak. It has been for some time, but the last 2 levels ish thereabout are fairly rough design wise, and I feel like they need more time in the oven. But it's been such slow progress, and I find myself going and doing other things like adding more stuff here, or like let me do a little more tweaks on level 1, and I feel like I'm almost procrastinating taking on these other things that are more important. It's like, and I realize I play shmups this way too. I'll do that, and I'll start to go and I'll score optimize level 1, and before I've cleared level 3 consistently. And it's not helpful. It's not helpful to play shmups in this way. I mean, maybe this works for some people. It doesn't for me. Because I burn out, and I get sick of playing level 1 over and over again. And then I put it down, and then I move on to something else. And I realize I'm doing the same thing with shmup development. And so I want to take a minute, allow myself the time to play these games, which is another conversation that I've had in my head. I'm just saying, hey, it's okay to sit down and maybe try a few runs instead of forcing yourself and putting yourself in this prison of development, and feeling guilty like if I'm sitting here playing a shmup that I'm not developing. So just allow myself to play them, and then actually try to start to deprogram some of this in my head. And so, actually, let's try to clear. Let's try before I start score optimizing. And so just deprogram that behavior. So this process is this is me. I'm going to try to clear eschatos. I'm not going to try to score anything really. Just going to try to play it and just survival, right? Just get through it. Whatever you got to do to survive, and go through that process before I start to let me score optimize level 1. At least not prioritize it. And so that's really active, trying to deprogram this behavior, and see if that has an impact in other areas of my life, including Stellar Fairy shmup development, but also other things. Like, can I get over the mental block of the final boss anxiety? Like, what is it at its core, and can I defeat it in a game so I can defeat it in life? And that's kind of what I'm trying. I might put out other videos as I just kind of go through that journey playing this game, and see kind of where things are. So I hope you guys enjoy watching me, all 5 of you out there, me losing at eschatos, and we'll see where this goes.